Hey guys, Kyle here. NordVPN is rolling out a feature called post-quantum encryption as part of its VPN service. It's designed specifically to protect your data against future attacks from powerful quantum computers. You might be wondering if this is something you really need to care about right now. In this video, we will explain what this new encryption is and why it's being introduced. We'll also cover what a VPN does in the first place and how quantum computing changes the security game. By the end of this video, you'll know whether this quantum safe protection is important for you or just a fancy extra. So without further ado, let's dive in. A VPN, or a virtual private network, is a tool that protects your internet connection and ultimately your privacy on the internet. It works by creating a encrypted tunnel for your internet traffic. That way, no one can easily see what you're doing. When you use a VPN, your data is basically scrambled and sent through a secure server before it reaches the wider internet. This keeps your information safe, specifically making it pretty much invisible to people like hackers, your internet service provider, or anyone else who's trying to snoop. One of the main reasons people use VPNs for tons of different reasons. One of the biggest reasons that most people use VPNs is for protecting their data on things like public Wi-Fi and potentially hiding their IP address. A VPN can also help you access content that's otherwise completely restricted depending on the region that you're accessing it from. This is due to the fact that because when you use a VPN, it looks more like you're browsing from somewhere completely different. Now that we've defined what a basic VPN is, let's move into some of the more complicated issues, specifically with quantum computing. Quantum computing is basically a emerging technology based on the strange laws of quantum physics. Unlike a normal computer that uses bits, which can either be 0 or 1, similarly seen in something like binary code, for example, quantum computers use quantum bits, or qubits for short. These can basically be in multiple states at once. This basically allows a quantum computer to process many possibilities simultaneously in a way that classical computers unfortunately can't. Now, in theory, a sufficiently powerful quantum computer could potentially solve certain complex problems much quicker than a regular computer could. One example of such a problem is breaking the encryption that actually protects your data in the first place. A future quantum machine might be able to crack the codes that keep your online information secure. This possibility has huge implications for cybersecurity, which is ultimately why quantum computing is a very serious topic, especially when we talk about privacy with VPNs. Right now, the encryption used by VPNs and most websites is incredibly strong against just any normal computer. It would take an ordinary computer practically billions of years to guess the keys that protect your data. However, a full-scale quantum computer in the future could potentially break those protections in a much shorter time frame. Quantum computers have special algorithms that can unravel the math behind common encryption methods, specifically RSA, which would be a game changer. In practical terms, that means that a quantum computer could someday decode secret messages or personal data that were meant to stay private. This isn't science fiction. Many experts are warning that quantum machines capable of this might be developed in a very short amount of time. We're talking potentially in the next decade or two. So even though no hacker has a quantum computer today, this is very much a threat that security professionals are already preparing for. This is where post-quantum encryption comes into play, specifically as a defense against that future threat. Post-quantum encryption, also just called quantum-resistant cryptography, which is kind of the other more complicated way to refer to it, is basically a new set of methods of coding data that even a quantum computer would have a very hard time cracking. These new encryption algorithms rely on a different mathematical puzzle that quantum computers shouldn't be able to solve quickly. Researchers and security experts around the world have been working on these algorithms for years now, specifically in anticipation of the quantum computing era. Some of the first viable quantum-resistant encryption schemes have already become picked out to become standards in the coming years. The basic idea here is to update tools like VPNs and other secure services with encryption that stays strong even if tomorrow's computers get far too advanced or more powerful. In essence, post-quantum encryption is all about future-proofing our data so that way it stays safe no matter what kind of technological advancements come our way. Now, one of the largest VPN providers out there, NordVPN, has been one of the first major VPN providers to roll out quantum encryption for its users. The company added this feature so that the key securing your VPN connection would be safe from any potential future quantum attack. Now, putting this in ultra simple terms, NordVPN's apps now use an encryption method that basically layers a new quantum resistant algorithm on top of the usual security that you already get with the VPN in the first place. This means that even if somebody records your VPN traffic today and tries to decrypt it years later with a quantum computer, they would come up completely empty-handed. NordVPN first introduced this technology in its service as an option, but of course has been gradually expanding it across their major platforms. By doing this, NordVPN is aiming to future-proof its customer privacy instead of waiting until quantum computers are a real threat to users. It's a much more proactive move that really showcases NordVPN's desire to keep things secure and ultimately offers some of the best user privacy experience on the market. Now comes the big question here. Do you, as an everyday user, actually need this post-quantum encryption right now? And ultimately, the truth here is somewhat of a mixed bag. Quantum computers are still extremely experimental and almost nowhere near powerful enough to actually work as a usable device specifically for everyday users like you and I. No criminal or hacker out there currently has a quantum computer specifically, or even has one that can break a VPN or even banking encryption. For typical activities like browsing, streaming, or checking email, the existing encryption inside of your VPN is going to do a great job. So you don't really have to worry about upgrading or trying to change anything. Now, if you're somebody who just absolutely prioritizes security and wants the best on the market right now, I would definitely recommend getting with VPN and taking advantage of this quantum security option. The reason for this is that it actually starts protecting your data right now. That way, any future person who tries to use a quantum computer to crack that data can't even do it in the first place. Now, really quickly here, I'm going to show you guys how to sign up for NordVPN and get one of the best deals possible, specifically with that link down in the description. Now, when you click that link down in the description, you'll be brought to this page right here. As you can see, you can get 4 extra free months on top of the existing plan that you end up choosing. Plus, NordVPN also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you have any issues or if you have any questions, you can get your money back with no worries. You'll simply click on this button that says Get NordVPN, which will take you to their pricing page. Now that we're inside of their pricing page, they have 3 specific pricing plans that we can choose from. Also, just as a quick mention, they have 1-month plans, 1-year plans, and 2-year plans. The 2-year plans are how you're going to save probably the most amount of money in this process. Now, as you can see, they have the basic and the plus plan and the complete plan. Now, in terms of getting access to the quantum encryption, pretty much every single one of these pricing plans comes with that built in. So you don't really have to worry about adding it as an extra feature or upgrading to a higher tier pricing plan to get access. You'll have access to that feature regardless of whichever pricing plan you choose. I'm going to go ahead and just go with their most popular plan here, which is going to be their basic plan. It's $2.98 a month, billed every 2 years, so you save a ton of money in the process of this. Also, when you're at checkout, make sure to enter in this coupon code right here, which is going to be the VPN Nerds, to get an even greater discount. Then enter in a good email address that you want to use, add any extra services, select your payment method, and complete your purchase. And just like that, you can start protecting your internet privacy with quantum encryption, which will save you from future headaches as technology becomes more and more advanced. If you guys have any questions about the service, make sure to comment them down in the comment section. Also, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember that those links down in the description are affiliate links and we could financially benefit from them at no extra cost to you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.